Hey friends, it's Jasmine, and I hope that you all are doing well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am a practicing witch, content creator, and I talk about it here on the internet. So if you're interested in witchcraft, check out some of the other videos here on my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, it's really good to see you back. How have you been? You've been doing all right? How's your mom and him? Have you been drinking your water? Thank you so much for coming back. Your support really means the world to me. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe, do all the things that I'm supposed to tell you to do as someone who vlogs here on YouTube.
Burn and brew with Coven, true and glorious shall be thine.
So recently I filmed a haul video, and in that haul I talked about the Conjure cards that I had gotten sent to me recently. And these are those cards. I had quite a few of you who asked me to do kind of like a deck review or flip through, which I'm super geeked about doing. I'm totally into doing product reviews, deck reviews, book reviews. I talk all the time anyway. I talk to myself. So being able to be sent products to talk about them is totally up my alley. That being said, if you're an author or if you work with a publisher and you'd like me to talk about your products, feel free. I'm going to be including this video in a playlist that has all of the reviews that I have done on my channel if you would like to check out some of my thoughts about other things as well. So in this video, I am going to be doing a flip through. If you are not familiar with a flip through, say that 10 times fast, is basically kind of where I show you each card. So if you are interested in only the flip through, feel free to fast forward to that part of the video. I'm going to talk a little bit about this deck first. I came in contact with this after reading Jake Richards' book, Backwoods Witchcraft, which was phenomenal. Highly recommend it. I've also done a review about that book on my channel as well. I had every intention of actually going and getting these cards, but I also have the ADHD and squirrel brain, okay? We're very neurospicy. And so shortly after reading Jake Richards' book, I fell into a totally different occult sort of current, and I forgot about these until I was sent them, which thank you so much for sending me these. Really appreciate it. I wanted these so bad because I personally live for cartomancy. Cartomancy being like divination with regular playing cards. Now I'm also a big Rider-Waite-Smith tarot girly as well, but cartomancy to me is kind of like an ancestor of RWS, and I love the stealth aspect of reading cartomancy because if you and I are sitting at a bar and I've got a deck of playing cards out, no one even knows the wiser that we're doing divination and practicing witchcraft. No one knows. No one has any idea. So I live for that. Also interested to see if the divinatory tradition of cartomancy that I'm familiar with, how that's going to kind of match with Jake's. I have not used this deck a whole lot. This is mostly going to be like a first impressions video and a flip through. I will probably do a full review once I get more familiar with this deck. So this is what the box looks like. It's called the Conjure cards and it's by Jake Richards. It has like the moth motif that he uses a lot. First of all, the box, I was already blown away and impressed just alone by the box. It's one of those that open like so, like that, and it feels almost like faux wood. Like it's a really cool packaging, and I just wanted to take a moment to appreciate the attention to detail that went into just the packaging alone. A lot of times decks will come in those really flimsy like paper boxes or cardboard almost sort of constructed boxes that if you read professionally in any capacity, or if you read at festivals, or if you carry them around in your purse, those are going to fall apart. I don't think that a box like this really would. It does like open pretty easy, so like I would maybe wrap something around it if you're gonna keep it in your purse, or I would just go ahead and put it in like a tarot bag or something like that. By the way, for those of you who drink Crown, those Crown Royal bags single-handedly have been some of the best card deck bags I have ever used. I have purchased like tarot and oracle handmade storage bags that are beautiful, but don't have as much endurance as those Crown Royal bags do. So not to be like that girl, but I absolutely might pull a deck of cards out of a Crown Royal bag. I'm gonna read you the back of the box here. A unique divination deck based on the authentic backwoods traditions, folklore, and superstitions of Appalachia. Includes 54 cards and a 64-page guidebook. I have looked at the guidebook a little bit. I need to spend more time with it if I'm being honest. Now, for me, one of the things that I like to do is I like to actually walk through the deck. So when I get a new deck that I'm interested in really working with, I will flip through the guidebook and the cards and go in order. And I will spend a little bit of time with each card and I will write a little bit about my own personal intuitive associations that I have with that card. And then I will look at what the author says in the guidebook and I will kind of paste that over and see, you know, what overlap there was, if any. Sometimes, like, it's completely different, but a lot of times there is quite a bit of overlap. And I find that by cataloging your oracle decks that way, you are able to really retain the information so much better and get to know your deck in a way that's so much more intimate and like efficient as well. So if I end up doing that before I release this video, I will make sure that I release that link down below if you are interested in seeing my walkthrough. So without any further ado, let's do the flip through of this deck and let me show you some of these cards. Okay, so this is going to be my review of the Conjure cards by Jake Richards. First of all, the box itself feels like wood. It feels like very high quality. This is what the box looks like. I've not really like opened this yet, so in a way this is also kind of like a first impressions. You open the box, you're met with this. So there's a guidebook and then there's also Secrets of the Old Time Mountain Prophets. What deck will you be dealt? And I just really love this art. I feel like this is giving very much like American traditional witchcraft sort of vibes. Here's what the back of the box looks like. A unique divination deck based on the authentic backwoods tradition, folklore, and superstitions of Appalachia. Includes 54 cards and a 64-page guidebook. This imagery just like really speaks to me. Let's get into the cards. Here is the guidebook. I'm going to toss this to the side for now. I'll come back later. Cards come wrapped in this, which is nice because sometimes cards will come wrapped in like cellophane and then you have to like struggle to get the cards out of that, and sometimes you end up actually breaking those cards to get them out. So I thought that this was kind of nice. The cards themselves on like first impression seem to be a fairly good size. I have like larger hands, I would say. I know that some people talk about cards being too big. I don't typically have that issue myself. But the cards, like, they seem to shuffle fairly well. Backs of the cards have like these lunar moths, which I know is kind of like some iconic imagery that Jake uses a lot in his branding. Jake Richards also wrote Backwoods Witchcraft, which is a phenomenal book. I would recommend checking that out. Let's flip through this deck and just kind of see what the cards have. And that was the flip through. Let me know what you think. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you all being here. If you have these Conjure cards, let me know what you think of them. And yeah, thank you. Until next time, blessed be, friends, and I will see you in hell. Bye.
Down, down, down the road, down the witch's road. Down, down, down the road, down the witch's road. Down, down, down the road, down the witch's road. Circle sewn with fate, unlock thy hidden